Miros, Locum 23, you're joining me for Open Heart, second year, Chapter 9, Undetected. You and Ethan watch anxiously through the glass as Kira is conveyed into the MRI machine. She looks so small. The MRI technician speaks into the PA. Stay perfectly still, please, Miss Santana. This isn't my first rodeo. Her voice is thin and tiny through the speaker. Ethan looks at you, his eyebrows drawn tight with worry. Are you sure you want to be here for this? Ethan, I can separate my feelings from the medicine. It's not what I meant. I'm not even sure it's necessarily the right perspective. Kira is going to need you as her friend and as her doctor. Finding the balance can be difficult, but vital. I know. And Casey, you have to prepare yourself. Your mind goes back to Dolores, one of Ethan's few personal friends, and your first and hardest loss. A lump grows in your throat. I've had patients die before. But not a patient you've treated for a long time. Not one you care this deeply about. How do I prepare for something like that? You do everything you can for them, even if it means prioritizing their quality of life over the fight. Ethan, she'll get nothing but the best care from me, whatever that means. I know that feeling, and, well, it feels easy to say now, but it will mean hard decisions. I want you to be ready for that. A wave of emotion rocks you to the core. You bite your lip, keeping the tears at bay. It's not fair. It never is. Ethan puts an arm around you, drawing you close. You bury your face into his chest, taking comfort in the way his hands gently travel up and down your back. Life isn't fair, Casey. Good people will always suffer. We just have to keep doing what we can to help them through it. Ethan, I didn't mean to interrupt. You and Ethan spring apart. June's face is impassive, but the glance she shoots you speaks volumes. You're not interrupting anything. What do you need? Ethan follows June out into the corridor. You force yourself to look back at Kira, and any concerns about June fade beneath the enormity of what your friend is facing. Later, Esme tracks you down at the nurse's station. You paged? Yeah. I have some new admissions for you. Flu in room 203, persistent cough in room 219, probably pneumonia, but do a full workup just in case. Esme stares at you, eyebrow raised in confusion. You usually make me read the chart and figure out what's wrong with them for myself. What gives? Sometimes I need you to just go and do simple things. You're being weird. Is everything okay? Esme, I have a lot on my mind. My friend's cancer is getting worse, not to mention the hospital's future is hanging on by a thread. So, you're kind of stressed. Esme looks awkwardly up and down the corridor and softens. Do you need me to do anything? Can I take some of your patience for you? No, but thanks, Esme. Okay, let me know if that changes. And sorry, I guess there's nothing else to say but sorry. Thanks. You pass her a stack of charts. She heads off with a sympathetic look back at you. You're heading for your next consultation when you catch sight of Elijah and his intern through the window of a room. You're about to wave when something about their body language causes you to stop. Elijah bends over the bed, Sothy coveringly anxiously beside him. You stop by the door to listen. But, what if she dies? Well, I'll figure it out, okay? Don't stress. How can I not be stressed when your face looks like that? She's dead, isn't she? Oh my god, I've killed her! Just stay back, okay? I'll handle it. This does not sound good. You take a longer look inside the room. The patient lies unconscious on the bed. Elijah looks like he's in real trouble. And if he doesn't figure out how to guide Soothie, Soothie will be in trouble too. Help Elijah understand what it means to be a good mentor. It could save a career and a life. Oh my god, a full image of him! Look at this beautiful specimen. I'm glad Pixelberry is showing love to people in wheelchairs. It took 3 years of fighting, but finally they're showing love to people with accessibility issues. What's the situation? Dr. Valentine! Soothie gives you a look of pure terror as you step into the room. Elijah bites his lip. You're not sure he's happy to see you, but the patient accidentally got 500 milligram dose of diphenhydramine, hydrochloroquine. Elijah, that's 10 times the normal dose. It's okay, she's just unconscious. We just need to pump her stomach and she'll be totally fine. Sothy, get me the gastric lavage tube. Sothy turns to a cart of emergency equipment and hesitates. What does that one look like again? Walks him through the procedure. You throw him a box of gloves. Suit up. You need to protect yourself and the patient before you do anything. Wait, you want me to... Are you a doctor or not? I am, but... Come on, do what she says. He puts on the gloves and swallows. Now, grab those rubber tubes. You'll want the funnel as well. He takes up a series of rubber tubes with a hand pump and a funnel. Okay, fit them together in a Y shape. Okay. Good. We'll wrap the patient while you put the lubricant on the first few inches of the longest part of the tube. You're gonna probably confuse the kid with this one. At the end of the tube where it's inserted first. Elijah throws you a worried look as Sothy frantically smears jelly on the tube. Casey, are you sure about this? He hasn't done anything like this before. And he never will at this rate. He has to do it sometime. You roll the patient onto her side and hold her in place. Elijah finds a bucket and places it beside the bed. Is this enough? Yes. Now I want you to gently feed the tube into the patient's mouth. Slow down if you meet resistance. Do not force it. Sothy looks to Elijah, eyes wide. You can do it, just listen to Casey. He swallows and glides the tube into the patient's mouth. He stops and starts, hands shaking, but eventually he looks at you. I think I'm in the stomach. Good. Now get the saline and the funnel. Elijah, get ready for irrigation. Elijah positions one end of the Y tubing over the bucket. Got it. Okay. I want you to insert the funnel into the tube, then slowly pour the saline into the tube in little bursts. Sothy pours the better part of a bottle down the tube before you and Elijah nod to each other. Okay, now clamp the tube with the funnel and squeeze the hand pump. He does. After a moment, the patient convulses and murky, sharp-smelling fluid pours from the other end of the tube and into the bucket. Did I do it? Yes, Sothy, you did it. She's gonna be okay. This time. You give Elijah a pointed look. Bro, you need to be more hands-on and more oof. He's a very gentle spirit, but you gotta get mad. Once you've made sure the patient is okay and left her under the careful surveillance of a nurse, you and Elijah head outside for some fresh air. Elijah, go ahead, lay it on me. Sothy's the one who gave the patient the wrong dose, isn't he? Yeah. Elijah, how did the kid even get admitted into the program? Edenbrook has high standards, and Sothy seems like kind of a moron. He's not. He's actually super smart. He knows everything he's supposed to do, he just hasn't done it yet. How did it get this bad? I think it started on the first day. We were getting along so well that when he got tongue-tied in front of a patient, I jumped in and helped him. I told him it was fine, we all get scared. And then he got too grossed out to do an enema, and we made it into a joke and I asked a nurse to do it for him. And I guess it just snowballed from there. We have so much fun hanging out that I keep brushing off all the little things he can't do. And he knows you won't even make him try. You've enabled him. You've made him lazy. I know, I should have listened to you and Jackie way back when. But I swear, Casey, he's never done anything this bad before. And what are you gonna tell yourself the next time he does something like this? Something worse, and you're not there to bail him out. Yep, and then it's a reflection on you. I guess I have to make sure there isn't a next time. Got any tips for how I can do that? You need to be kind but firm. You don't need to turn into a drill sergeant overnight, but you need to push him out of his comfort zone. He needs to do procedures he's afraid of. He needs to learn to stay cool under pressure, and if he screws up, you need to make sure he knows that what he's done so he won't do it again. But we can still hang out, right? Do you think you can manage that while still being a teacher he needs? I don't know. Then you've answered it. You can't. Elijah, if you really want to be Sothi's friend, you have to put his career before your friendship. Because right now, what you're doing is only helping you, and he won't thank you for it when he's kicked out of the program. And that's a reflection on you being a mentor. Elijah lets out a long sigh. You know what? Maybe Sothi and I can be friends again one day, but being a true friend sometimes means you have to be tough. Like, you were tough on me. I needed that. Thanks, Casey. You got it, buddy. Elijah's smile fades a little as he looks back towards the hospital. So, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna have a long talk with, Dr. Yuan. You've just finished up your umpteenth patient of the day, head into another chart when you nearly bump into Raphael in the hall. Whoa. Casey, you alright? His kind smile is a welcome distraction from your racing thoughts. Sorry, just have a lot on my mind, but I'd rather be talking to you. Ah, that's good, because there's something I wanted to tell. Because then Danny jogs up and interrupts. Dr. Valentine, Miss Santana's results came through. I figured you wanted to know right away. Thanks, Danny. You take Kira's results and read them over, and then read them over again. Is everything okay? No, I'm sorry, Raph. I need to find Kira. Can we catch up later? Sure. Hope she's okay. Not by Kira's patient room, only to find it empty. You search the hospital, and last finding her back behind her desk working. What's up, Casey? Kira, you should really be in bed. We admitted you for a reason. Well, I unadmitted me. Turns out you're allowed to do that when you're of sound mind, which is about the only part of me that is sound right now. Kira, don't stress. I'm fine. We did the scan. Now I get to get back to work. I was working on some really important figures for the hospital. I don't think there's any way we can keep the clinic. I'm pretty sure I can find a way to protect... Kira, your cancer has spread. Oh, is that all? From your face, I thought you were about to tell me I died this morning, and you're actually a part-time Ghostbuster. You took that strangely well. I mean, it was getting sort of obvious that the chemo wasn't helping. I'm guessing it's in my chest, right? It's been hurting like hell lately. Yeah. It's in your chest lining, heart lining, diaphragm. So that's it then. The chemo didn't work. The cancer's gonna kill me. It's not over yet. We're gonna do everything we can to help you. Casey, I only ever had a 10% chance of beating this thing. I think you've saved me as much as you can. But no buts. Unless they're the sexy kind, then yes buts. Kira, stop. I'm okay, and I've missed enough work for one day. Now please go away and let me save as much of the hospital as I can before I drop dead. I like her. She's like me. Keep working until you collapse. Your hands shake as you leave the administration floor and head back towards the diagnostics office. Pressure builds in your chest, threatening to overwhelm you. Suddenly, the door of a supply closet catches your eye. You haven't needed to hide in one since you were an intern, but today feels like a special occasion. Pull the door shut behind you and double over, breathing fast and sharp, ragged bursts. Is there an option to do both? Because that's who I am. But you slam your fist into the door with a desperate roar, channeling the helplessness that's been brewing inside of you all day into the flimsy wood. Pain explodes over your knuckles. You withdraw your hand, leaving a dent in the door. It opens a moment later to reveal a stunned June. What's that? Nothing. It was nothing. Go away. You brandish your raw knuckles. June's eyes widen. She steps into the closet, closing the door behind her. Why in God's name did you do that? It all comes pouring out of you in a furious rant. The clinic is probably closing because the goddamn hospital can't catch a break. My friend's cancer is spread and I can't help her anymore. And, whoa, okay, you need to calm down. You're a grown adult. You've got to stop throwing a tantrum in a closet at work. Okay, listen, just because we're adults doesn't mean we can't throw a tantrum every once in a while. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I've been trying to keep myself together all day, but it's too much. From where I stand, you're currently on the clock, and your job literally involves life and death. You need to snap out of it now. Would it help if I slap you? Safe words, watermelon. What? Slap me. No. Then get yourself under control or take a sick day, because you're helping exactly no one with this display. You frown at her, but take several long, deep breaths. Slowly, you feel like you can breathe again. That's it. Now, tell me in comprehensible English what set you off. And don't say it's your friend in the budget cuts, because I know you. You're a doctor, you can handle bad news. This is something else, something new. I've just never felt this helpless. Casey, Edenbrook isn't lost yet. It's starting to feel that way, especially when Mass Kenmore's undermining us at every turn. June taps her chin, the wheels on her mind obviously turning. I heard something from a little birdie I know over at Mass Kenmore, something that might help us turn the tables on them for stealing our patients. Revenge? I'm in. You even haven't heard what it is yet. I don't care. I want payback. This will certainly do that. Ed Faruga, the Massachusetts senator, was admitted to Mass Kenmore yesterday with a mysterious illness. Oh my god, he's the one everyone's saying is going to be running for president in 2024. The very same. Tobias is treating him personally. I'm guessing he's feeling pretty smug about that. Exactly. Wrenching his prize patient away from him would certainly be one way to topple his ego. So you're talking about sneaking into our rival hospital and convincing a patient to transfer to us? It wouldn't hurt Edenbrook to have something in D.C. fighting for us, but if you don't think it's worth it... That's not what I said. Would you help me if I go ahead with it? I'm swamped with patients. There's no way I can get away. But if there's anything I can do to help from here, just say the word. In fact, you should check in with Ethan. He has privileges at Kenmore. He could get you in there. She gives you a last encouraging smile and leaves. You sit back running through everything that could go wrong in your mind, but when you consider the alternative is Ethan. Out of the question. You're standing in front of Ethan's desk, having just laid out your plan. But Ethan... We're the better hospital. He should be treated here. And if we can get him alone for 2 minutes, I'm positive we can convince him of that. Yes, of course we're the better hospital, but the man made his choice. It's not that big a deal. We just need to talk to him. We have privileges there and everything. This is absurd. Did someone put you up to this? Well, it was June's idea. Harada will do anything to get her way. She doesn't play by her rules. Maybe she's right. No one else plays by the rules. I won't stoop to Carrick's level, Casey. Next time, we'll beat him fair and square. Life isn't fair. You said that yourself this morning. And if we keep taking the high road, we'll be out of a hospital. Ethan looks at you with a long moment and then sighs. Oh, I suppose you have a point. I'm assuming you'd like me to join you. Ask Ethan to join you on the escape, and you'll get a helpful disguise and a special scene. Let us begin the escapade. You have privileges there, right? Of course, but that doesn't exactly help you go unnoticed. Though I have an extra coat of theirs somewhere around here. That and plain scrubs would fool anyone. Dear Lord, it appears we're going through this with this, doesn't it? You walk through the front doors of Mass Kenmore, dressed in plain scrubs and Ethan's bear coat. Ethan, at your side, turns to mutter in your ear. I don't know how I let you talk me into this. Well, I did, so look more natural. ID, please. Take your own advice, Casey. Act natural. Keep walking, Ethan just ahead of you. He presents his Edenbrook badge. I'm on the security clearance list. I have research privileges here. So, you are. Thank you, Dr. Ramsey. Walk past Ethan and the guard. Almost there. Excuse me, Doctor, ma'am. I need you to see your ID as well. Turn to face the guard, heart thumping. The thing is, she's with me, obviously. I'm sorry, but every doctor who works here needs to be accounted for, and surely you can look her up, yes? I can't possibly manage my research without my resident on hand to record the trial data. I can do that. What's the name? Joan Smith. Joan Smith? That's me. Security guard gives you a skeptical look, then looks through the list on his tablet. Well, there she is, Joan Smith, first-year resident. Sorry, Dr. Smith, you're clear to go. You and Ethan walk through the reception. You force yourself not to look back at the guard. How did you possibly guess that there's an intern with the name working here? I'm a diagnostician, Casey. Observation is my job. Now if you're done staring at me. You probably peered down at the list. Ethan leads you up to a floor into a sprawling labyrinth of corridors. It reminds you of your first week at Edenbrook. Do you know where Cass Minmore would keep a senator? Not off the top of my head, we'll need to check their patient records. So you're saying we need to hack into their files? You're having too much fun with this. Or maybe you're not having it. Oh no. You spot a familiar face heading towards you, his gaze locked on the chart in his hands. Quickly, this is our chance to beat him over the back of the head. Landry can't see me here. He'll know I'm up to something. Landry lowers the chart, raising his head in your direction. I'm gonna push Ethan into his path. You shove Ethan into the back, straight into Landry. What? Dr. Ramsey, oh God. I'm sorry, was that my fault? I bet that was my fault. You lower your head and hurry past Landry while his attention is on Ethan. You should watch where you're going, Olsen. But why are you here? The attendings in Mass Kenmore are in the habit of running the schedules past the second-year residents. Of course not. Sorry. You're in at Landry as Landry turns away and Ethan joins you up in the corridor. You're practically a super spy. I may have a talent for this, I'll admit. Ethan turns to you as you continue down the corridor, his eyes soften. I meant to talk to you. I saw the results of Kira's scan. How are you holding up? You swallow. I can't think about that right now. I need to focus on finding Senator Ferruge. Ethan nods slowly, understanding. When he speaks, his voice is gentle. All right, Casey. Whatever you need. You and Ethan walk on until you find an empty administrative office. You casually slip inside and check the computer. It's unlocked. Gotcha. Let me. I'm familiar with their system. Retreat to the door and lean casually against it, acting as a lookout as Ethan slides into the seat and taps at the keyboard. So, how often do you come here? Very occasionally. I'm consulting on a research project with the immunologist, which requires me to come by a few times a year, but I largely try to avoid the place. Because of Tobias? Ethan's silence is all the answer you need. Ethan... Tobias enjoys to seem messing with you. He enjoys messing with everyone, myself included. Even when you were friends? Of course, we were both troublemakers, but while I was more direct in my challenging of authority figures, Tobias was the prankster. He had one practically uptight professor with some very outdated theories, and Tobias swapped out his projector slides with rude drawings. The professor did the whole 2-hour lecture without once looking back to notice why we were laughing. Me, I've always preferred calling him an idiot to his face. Sounds like you two had a lot of fun together. Ethan sits back, a smile fading. There's no Ferrogia anywhere in the hospital. Are you sure June's tip was reliable? I think so. Could he be under a synonym? Would a hospital allow that? It's possible. But that means we need to figure out what a senator neither of us has ever met would use as an alias. But it may not have been the senator who came up with the alias at all. Okay. What do we know about Tobias? He would have been the one who met the senator, and it seems unlikely he'd pick a name. It's complete random. No, almost nobody would. Can you think of any name that might have popped into your friend's head? A relative, friend, or... Dwight Theodore Lewis III. Who? It was the name on Tobias's fake ID. He kept it framed on his desk as a memorial to all the good times they'd shared. He used it any time he needed to avoid getting into trouble. Great. So is there a Dwight Theodore or somebody something in the records? He then works through multiple screens, searching the pages and records. A minute later, he looks at you and grins. Room 734, that's in the VIP wing. Kenmore has a literal VIP wing? There's more than one reason I despise this place. Hold that thought. I need to grab my water bottle from the desk. You and Ethan stare at each other in alarm. The employee is too close for you to make a run for it, and there's nowhere to hide. What do we do? Without warning, Ethan grabs you by the front of your scalps and pulls you close, his lips close over yours, and he kisses you with an intensity that makes your heart skip. Oh, sorry. You sigh against Ethan, barely registering the sound of the retreating footsteps, until Ethan reluctantly breaks the kiss. He keeps his hands pressed flat against your back, holding you close. We need to, Room 734. Yeah. You hurry towards the elevator when... Ethan. Oh, Christ and shit! You freeze at the familiar voice behind you. Ethan's voice drops to a whisper. Keep going. Don't let him see your face. I'll keep him busy. But... Go. He stops to wait for Tobias as you slip a surgical mask on and hurry to the elevator, keeping your eyes straight ahead. You can hear Tobias over your shoulder. Come to see what a real hospital looks like? This is a real hospital if there are no qualified doctors working here. Jealousy doesn't look good on you, Ethan. Oh, who am I kidding? It definitely does. But Tobias doesn't see you, and soon the elevator has arrived. Ding! You slip inside and jam the button for the 7th floor until the door slides shut. You walk the halls of the 7th floor, counting the numbers on the doors. 712, 714... Excuse me, are you lost? You flinch, an older man approaches you, an amiable smile on his face, even as he shouts at you. You seem lost! Are you, new here? No, I'm okay. What? I blew up my eardrum! Doc asked me to wait out here! The man shouting draws attention, patients, and staff turning to look at the commotion. You hurriedly try to hush him. Sir, please don't... Oh... God, why is... Well, that's right, they can do cross-hospital shit. Never mind. Excuse me, sir! I'll take care of this! Zaid. Out of nowhere, Zaid marches up and pulls you up along by the arm. Alright then, have a nice day, doctors! What's going on? Not now. He leads you around a corner and beckons you into an empty room. Once inside, he closes the door and collapses against it. Oh my god, my heart's beating like a hummingbird on amphetamines. Zaid, why are you here? Why are you sound so... And then it clicks into place. Baz, wait, why are you dressed like your brother? Ah, because my sweet storm cloud of a brother is currently here every other week to collaborate on a study with Dr. Mendoza, which means that his badge in hand, I can waltz right into most areas of the hospital. I can't believe it. How did you know I'd be here? Did June tell you? She thought you might need a little help. Baz, I never knew you had it in you. Oh, I used to do this stuff all the time. Remind me to tell you about the time I had to pretend to be Zaid at the prom so that nobody'd know he'd passed out in an upstairs classroom. What? Or the time I dressed up as Zaid to tell Dr. Benershi he was okay with me transferring here. That was true? As only grins at you. Shall we continue this after we have the senator? Now, do you know where he is? Room 734. Ah, well, let's go to it. You and Baz walk briskly towards the senator's room, trying to look like you belong. A doctor carrying a chart hurries past, nodding once at Baz without really looking up. Howdy there. I mean, good afternoon, Doctor. Yep, she's gone. Oh, do you think she suspected I wasn't Zaid? It's been so long since I've done this. Forgotten how to do the frown. I think she thought Zaid was having a nervous breakdown. Hold the phone, that's him. Baz points to the window of a hospital room. You recognize the man in a hospital bed as he speaks with his aide. Oh yeah, that's definitely our guy. He's a fascinating man. I'd love to discuss his stance on abolishing the Electoral College. He's mentioned it several times, but hasn't committed to official policy, and I want to know what he's waiting for. Whoa there, Alexander Hamilton. We have to convince him to switch hospitals first. Yes, quite right. We'll delve into his policies after. Sure. Okay, I'll go in and talk to the senator. You guard the door. Gotcha. Nobody's getting past me. I mean, Zaid. Dear God. I hold no faith in you. You take a deep breath and put your hand on the doorknob and enter. The senator looks up. Ah, yet another doctor. Maybe you have my test results. How am I gonna play this? I can be honest, try flattery, or maybe I just convince him that Kenmore's not the best hospital. He might be likelier to talk Edenbrook up then. I should be straightforward with the senator, suck up to him, pretend to be a terrible Kenmore doctor. Be straightforward. Senator, my name is Casey Valentine, and I'm not your doctor. I don't even work here. I'm a resident at Edenbrook Hospital. I beg your pardon? I'm calling security. Please hear me out, Senator. I'm here to pitch our services to you. Travis, put down the phone. I'm officially intrigued. And thus every politician. Yes, Senator. Go on, Doctor. Tell me about Edenbrook. Edenbrook is a hospital that aligns much more closely with your political values than Mass Kenmore does. How so? This entire floor is VIP, but your whole platform is about being one of the people, and Edenbrook exemplifies that ideal. I'm listening. We run a community clinic in danger of closing after recent budget cuts. If you were to be treated at Edenbrook, imagine what you could do for our clinic and your image. It is important for me to walk the walk, but my case is stumping every doctor I meet. Then you're definitely in the wrong place. Edenbrook's prestige means we attract the best doctors in the region. Senator looks back at you with a twinkle in his eye. Solid pitch, in fact. Go back to Edenbrook and prepare me a room, Doctor. I'll be along as soon as I get myself discharged. But I'll see you soon, Senator. I like how we already know this kid's name. But it's okay. Grin beneath your mask and turn to leave. As you go, you notice a phone sitting on a chair by the door. Lights up with a text notification. You linger for a moment to read the notification. What the hell? It's from June. Looks like our plans are going to be even. Trust me, I've got everything covered. Plus, I've got something special to show. So Tobias was her little birdie. Why wouldn't she say that unless something more is going on here? Yeah, maybe she's screwing him. Who cares? Grab Baz and pull him quickly down the hall, tugging off your mask and grinning. I hope this means it went well. Oh. You drop dead as you come face to face with Aurora. She looks at you through the narrowed eye, seeing through your disguise instantly. Aurora, save it. She looks past you to where Ed is getting dressed and Travis packing their things to leave. Poaching our patient, huh? Is this what it'll take to make things normal between us again? Yeah. Good, because that's all I want. She keeps walking, disappearing down the hall. Wait, she's letting us go. You might need to explain what just happened between you two. Later. We need to get out of here before anyone else figures out who we are. Next time, we won't be so lucky. Well, it's easy. You're a patient being discharged. Quickly slip off the jacket and run like hell. See, it's that easy. The front doors of Mass Kenmore come into view. Hey, Valentine, Marani. I know that's you, Baz. Oh crap, what do we do? Run? See, I like him. Go, go, go. Then Baz break into a dash. Tobias gives chase. Damn it, I knew Ethan was up to something. Security! What? Bye! Security guard's eyes widen and narrow as he realizes he has intruders on his hand. He plants his feet into the front of the door. Oh no. Dodge him. You dive to the left to the guard and crash into Baz, who's done the same thing. Ah! Oof. Great minds think alike, eh? Baz, run! Push Baz through the door and follow with the guard a hair behind you. You and Baz sprint outside and find Ethan's car zooming up outside the main entrance. He stomps on the brakes and calls through the open window. Need a ride? This is just like the movies. You both leap into the car as Tobias bursts to the hospital entrance. Hit it! Ethan slams his foot on the accelerator, leaving Tobias in the dust. You look out the window and find him shaking his head with an amused smirk. Well played, Ramsey. Looks like this round goes to Edenbrook. Back at Edenbrook, you sit at the conference table and finish your paperwork with a cup of coffee at your elbow. You don't look up as the door opens. Ed Ferrugia has been assigned to the team. I'm impressed. Your mind retreats to your texts on Tobias' phone. Why would she be texting him about plans? What does she have up her sleeve? Is she playing both sides? Hello, Dr. Valentine. I told you I'm impressed. I'm never impressed. June, what exactly is your game here? What do you mean? I saw your text to Tobias. You two working with each other behind our back? Not exactly. Why did you tell me to go there to steal a patient? Did you want me to be caught or something? To make Edenbrook look bad? I know you two have some plans together. Yes, and those plans include a bottle of wine and my bedroom. Called it. Wait, what? You're sleeping with him? That doesn't make any sense. Then why would you have me steal his patient? Just because I'm screwing him doesn't mean I want to screw with him. I can keep things separate, Casey. It's just a way to blow off steam. It doesn't mean anything. Tobias may have his redeeming qualities, but right now he's our main obstacle in survival, and I'm looking out for number one. So you use me, a pawn in some game you two have. The objective of every game is to win, and now we're winning. It still doesn't feel good being used. I don't like feeling used. Then don't feel used. It's not that simple. It is. We get to decide how we feel about things, Casey. If you want to feel like a victim, fine, but know that it wasn't my intention to use you. You look at her, unsure whether to believe her or not. Go home, Casey. You've had a long day. You nod numbly and gather your things. You look back at June as you leave. She's already working through another case on the whiteboard. You stifle a yawn as you head towards the locker room when your pager vibrates. Looks like I got one more patient to check in on. Kira smiles sheepishly as at you from a hospital bed. Bryce sits beside her, clasping her hand between both of his. Kira, you've been readmitted? Ah, she has. And she's got something she wants to tell you. Look, I'm sorry I was such a jerk earlier. You weren't a jerk, honestly. You could take out all your anger on me if it means you'll keep fighting this. Well, I wasn't going to, but I changed my mind. All thanks to this glorious hunk of a man. Save your praise for after the surgery. You don't mean that. You're right, keep going. So what's going on? What changed your mind? Well, here I was, all set to die quietly and nobly, when Bryce had an idea of how I might be able to survive this thing, after all. How? An extra plural venoctomectomy. He wants to take out my lung, my diaphragm. Part of your diaphragm, and the partial pleura and the pericardium of her left side. We can replace the lining on her chest, and the heart with a Gore-Tex. That sounds extensive. It is. It's radical and it's risky, and if it works, it's gonna hurt like actual hell, and if it doesn't, then I'll die. Yeah, but it gives us a fighting chance. Your cancer is spreading so fast, we need to go big or go home, and I'll be damned if I give up on a friend. Kira's lip quivers ever so slightly as she looks at you. You can see the fear through her courage and the wet gleam in her eyes. What do you think, Casey? Am I making the right decision? Kira, I think you have it in you to conquer anything, even this. Kira's smile is like the sun coming up. Thanks, Casey. Kira looks between you with a tired smile. You know, I remember when you two were clueless little interns fighting over who got to treat me. Clueless? Little? I'm glad I have both you on my side now. Dick Kira's other hand and squeezed side. We're not going anywhere, Kira. That's a promise. You step out into the corridor, a little while later, and find Raphael standing at the window looking at Kira. Is she gonna be okay? Hard to say. She's about to go through an extremely dangerous surgery. Damn. Kira looks up, notices him standing with you. She waves. Raphael returns it with a kind smile. A memory from earlier in the days echo back to you. Raph, what's going on? What did you want to tell me earlier? Forget it. It's not important. Not now when you've got... Raph. He sighs and meets your eye. I'm leaving town. One friend is fighting for her life, one other is starting a new one. But will they find the happy endings they deserve? Keep playing to find out. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. In the description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Now for a small message. I'm tired. Hopefully that got you to smile. Hopefully, also, you're all being good to one another. Because right now, we need that more than ever. So, I'm just gonna say this. We have a lot of crap going on in this world, and I hate to tell you this, 2020 is already a crap fest. Hang in there. Because, as much as I want to say it's gonna get better, and it can, we are being tested right now. We're being tested as humanity, really. If you think about it, I mean, we have the virus where we're all supposed to be in this together, and then we're having this other issue, at least in America, where we're having this other issue, and we need to realize we're all in this together. Right now, we're needing to push against an administration, and we're needing to push against a virus, and we're needing to push against, all these other things that are going on. Remember this. You're all in this together. Like, I can't stress that enough without going into a longer rant. Okay? So, if you need to talk to anyone, if you need an ear, a shoulder, whatnot, know that I'm here for you. you can reach out to me, again, through the links down below. And also, there are a lot of people in this community that, if you want to post your problems in the comment section, I'm sure people would read them and, one, maybe not feel so alone, and two, maybe talk with you, help you through it, myself included. So, keep that in mind. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video. Peace.